Let's compare selling with a realtor versus selling to a cash investor. Both can be good, but depending on your situation, one is probably a better choice for you than the other. So let's think of some factors you might want to consider, help you make your decision. One thing to consider is your local market. How is the real estate market? Are things selling really fast? Are things really slow? Right now, we're currently in a down market. It is taking longer to sell almost any house. That will make it harder for a realtor to sell your house by putting it on the market than if everything was just going fantastic. So if time is important to you and your market's a little slow, that may mean you want to consider a cash offer from an investor. Second thing to consider that goes along with the first is, what is your timeline? Are you in a hurry? Are you in no hurry at all? Do you need a guaranteed sale? Or would it be better for you to say put it on the market, see what happens? You're not in a big rush. We could take some time, and if it doesn't work, we could change plans. If you're in a hurry or you have to make a certain deadline, the certainty that comes with selling to a cash investor is really important to those sellers. Not so much if, hey, we're just going to put it up, we've already moved, we don't need this house, whenever it happens, it happens. Let's try to get a little more money, hopefully by going on the open market with a real estate agent. Third is the condition of the property. This house needs a lot of repair. Properties like this are typically going to sell to a cash investor. They don't tend to do as well on the open market, and it's less likely that someone will be able to get a loan on a property that needs extensive repair. So a cash buyer can come in, they won't need an appraisal, they don't need the bank to sign off on the loan. So that may be a better, faster, smarter approach if you have a property that needs a lot of repair. Now, that doesn't mean that cash investors don't buy really nice properties. We buy them all the time. Sometimes they're just a little bit outdated. We can come in and buy that property if it's a better fit for the seller. Sometimes they're in perfect shape, but people just don't want to go through the typical selling process. So it doesn't have to have repairs, but if it does, definitely probably going to push you towards the cash investor. Finally, I think you just need to consider your personal preference. If you live in that home, you don't feel like having it cleaned all the time, you don't want it shown on the internet, you don't want strangers coming in and out and going through the house, having to leave for showings, you don't want to go back and forth in the negotiation process, etc., all the headaches that come along with a traditional sale. If that's something that you prefer to avoid, then looking at a cash investor to come purchase your home is much simpler and much faster. Then looking at having a cash investor come to purchase your home is going to be much simpler and much faster than selling the traditional sales process of using a realtor. So again, there is not a wrong choice, but know that you have different options and you can choose which is best for you based on your situation and your needs.